Hello, my name is Mark Terrian, and I am one of the directors of WorkcampNE. I'd love to tell you a little bit about what's been going on with our ministry recently. For the past 7 years, WorkcampNE has partnered with Mount Zion Christian Schools in Manchester, New Hampshire to run a mission trip each April as part of their service component to their education. This April, the WorkcampNE team was challenged with creating a virtual week of camp where students would engage in community while still serving inside the parameters of social distancing guidelines. The week was a bigger success than we could have ever imagined. So, we are extremely excited to announce what we're calling WorkcampNE's Plan V. This summer, we will go forward with this virtual camp model to provide a life-changing, faith-building, flexible mission trip that every person can participate in while maintaining current, safe distancing practices. So let's hear from some of the Mount Zion students about their experience. Katie, Brady, take it away.
So during the week, I redid my mom's office because she's been putting it off for a very long time. And she wanted somewhere that she could film her classroom for doing the online schooling. It was good to still be able to see everybody and still have the sense of community and being able to talk to people and see everyone's faces because I haven't seen anybody in a long time. And it was good to be able to have worship together and do tribes together and see everybody's work throughout the day and still get the same kind of feeling as work camp. It kind of made it feel a little bit more normal than usual. When I finished decorating the room, having my mom see it and how she just got really excited and then she just kept looking at it and she still keeps doing that. She's just looking around them. She's like, it's so pretty, I love it.
I had a really great week because it was always fun at 9:30 in the morning, 2:30 to see everyone. And there was a few minutes before we started our service and started our games where we just talked to each other. And it was really good to just see how they're doing and just talk to them. So I would do this again, and I highly recommend WorkCamp, virtual or not virtual.
Wow, thanks guys, you rock. Why don't I tell you a little bit more about how the week worked? Each day, we had a morning and afternoon Zoom call where we would catch up and chat with one another, play games, do devos, sing some songs, and hear a message. In between these, students would work 1-hour shifts and then upload videos of themselves working to Slack. Everyone who wasn't on a shift would watch Slack and see what everybody else was up to. We also had nightly game sessions, playing hilarious rounds of Zoom Pictionary, charades, and my personal favorite, especially with Tristan, humdingers. Yes, Tristan! As you heard from Katie and Brady, the students felt connected in ways they hadn't in weeks and truly felt like they were all together, even through screens. Now let's hear from Mount Zion's dynamic duo, Coach and Mrs. Shine.
It went so much better than we would have hoped it could. All the videos that the kids made of the work they were doing, and then the fact that as many of them were working at home, they really took ownership of the work that they were doing.
For these kids to be able to understand ministry within their own family, within their own homes, how to reach out to their neighbors and to their local communities and make a difference for the Lord there was really huge.
Thanks, Shines. You guys rocked too. Next, we talked with the person whose idea this whole thing was, Mount Zion's principal, Mrs. Kristen Stewart. Let's hope she had some good things to say. She did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have edited her into this next part. On to the clip.
To be able to watch our kids in almost their natural environment, be able to interact with each other and see that real connection was happening and real relationships were continuing to be developed. And for me, that's the part of school that was missing before we had work camp. I loved the opportunity to use the Slack environment and watch student videos. And there were about 100 things about that I loved. I loved seeing their facial expressions. I liked seeing their comfort with being on screens and then doing activities. But I think my favorite was when students really worked hard and kind of surprised themselves with what they were able to accomplish. It showed up in those Slack videos. And so that part was the best part. That was the strength of it for me. And then I think I got to hear, because I also had a camper who was participating, my oldest son. And so I got to hear his giggles and jabs and different things as they were doing the game nights. And that was kind of balm and soothing salve for my soul as a mother, to watch my son connect in authentic ways through a screen. He needed it. And for me as a mom, it made me so pleased. I saw you guys make adjustments from our Sunday night meeting, even to what was happening at nighttime, and then different things throughout the day. And that made me feel very confident that you had a good pulse on what student experience was. And it's something as little as the first night when we were doing worship, everybody's mic was on and we were singing with you, and it turned out that was hard. And so I saw you change that, and it made me feel like I didn't need to worry about whether or not you would notice and be able to pay attention to the needs of our students, because you were, and you did in a way so quickly. And I loved that flexibility, especially because it was such a new experience for all of us. I would never not do work camp, and I'll not skip over it in whatever form our kids can experience it, because it made us better and it made them better. And I'm very grateful for it.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Stewart. While we are deeply saddened that we won't get to see your beautiful faces in person this summer, to be on traditional crews, to build ramps and roofs, and not have paint wars, we are truly pumped for this new Plan V. We have seen that we can still impact lives for Christ and have an incredible WorkCampNE experience virtually, and we look forward to seeing you here in just 2 short months. See you soon.